guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chi Amaka. How are you guys doing? So if you're new on this channel, please take a space somewhere, lie down, sit down, whatever. Let's just chat. Okay, so today's video we're going to be talking about how to always look clean, polished, and all of that. I always tell people that how you look and all of that kind of boosts your confidence, makes you feel better about yourself, such that when you see people, you're not hiding, right? You're not finding your way, pretending like you do not know them, never seen them, and all of that. So we're trying to avoid an had I known situation. I know there are days where you just want to relax. You don't care for anything in the world, how you look, how you dress. You just want to go and come back. I would like to say that yes, we all have our days, and really it is fine to be in that element. I get into that element a lot of times. Like, I just want to carry my natural hair, this, that. But even when you are trying to look natural, even when you're trying not to be extravagant, there's still some little things that matter. Remember that those days you feel like relaxing and just doing anyhow, that's the day you see one friend from wherever, secondary school, or your junior in school, your auntie, sister, junior, senior, and then you're using one long lost friend and you're like, hey God, oh, stuff like that. These things happen. Sometimes you do not care for the world, right? Some days you're like, hey, I should just stay in my house, or I shouldn't have worn this out, or anyway, or you go for an event and you feel like something is missing. You're not just comfortable, you don't just want to be out there because you feel like something is missing within you. Yeah, so there are things you need to pay attention to, and those are the things we'll be talking about So these are tips for ensuring that you are almost always on point. Yeah, sometimes you may be sick, but if you follow these things religiously and you're the type of person that always want to be on point, right? Even when you're sick, you will still rep yourself the way you want to be represented. Except, of course, you just need a break. That's an entirely different conversation. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to have a self-maintenance, self-care routine. Your nails, how often do you want to change your nails? How do you want them, right? How long do you want them? How often do you need to cut them to maintain that length and all of that? So if you're the kind of person who cuts your nail, you understand that I need to cut my nails every 2 weeks. I need to cut my nails every week. I need to cut my hair every 2 weeks. I need to plait my hair every 2 weeks. So you sort of have a routine. You know that after the 2 weeks, maybe a few days after that 2 weeks might be fine. But anything other than that, you know for a fact that it's a disaster. Like, you know that it's a disaster away from that, right? So there are days where you will fall off, but I'm saying that if you keep that routine, it helps. And you understand that if you want to keep a long nails, a naturally long nails, it requires you to clean it, because you do not want people to see dirt within your nails. If you want to polish your nails, it's easier to do nudish kind of colors. Why? Because they are more classy and more versatile. That's even the most important. You can wear it with almost anything for almost any event. I know nails aren't, right now people wear all sort of nails everywhere, but there are places you want to go and you just feel like these nails would not give. Maybe you could wear this to a party, but you can wear this for a corporate event. But with nudish kind of colors, certain colors, you can wear it almost everywhere. Funny, even red nails, you can wear it to anywhere, but that will not depend on the length of the nails. If it's a short nail and it's red, it's fine. But if it's a nude, it's long, fine. If it's a nude, it's short, fine. I don't know if you get the gist, right? So all these things matter, but you need to know what works for you. It's not just about any other person, it's your own routine. Now, part of your self-maintenance routine involves your armpit spray. Guys, no matter what you do, no matter anything you do, as much as possible, try to have an armpit spray, right? Whether it is a deodorant or an antiperspirant. I know the dragging between antiperspirant and deodorant is never gonna end. Some people are on one side, some people on the other side. If you're going a distance and maybe you're jumping a bus and all of that, you might want to use an antiperspirant and not a deodorant. If you're driving and you're moving from AC to AC, then you can argue for a deodorant, right? But if you're more comfortable with either, then it works for you. Either way, do not go out without trying to I don't know, manage your personal, everybody produces, so when you sweat, bacteria acts on those sweat, and then there's an odor, blah 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 blah. Now you want to reduce how much of that. I even know people who do not just spray deodorant or antiperspirant on the armpits, they spray it on their body. I don't know how that works. I do not have any backup for that. I don't do it, but I'm just saying, as much as possible, your armpits where you sweat, please spray it. Help yourself and help others, because no matter how you're dressed, if you're smelling, there is a problem, a big problem. Yeah. And also use a perfume. It's very 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 important. Try to smell nice. You do not have to use an expensive perfumes. There are perfumes like Zandaria. Brut is an amazing perfume. So if you want to use a perfume and you don't want people to guess what you're using, you could mix. But if you don't want people to actually guess what you're using, try Smart Collection. There's one my sister got. It's amazing. It's amazing and smells expensive. But either way, if you're looking for a perfume that wouldn't smell cheap, or that people wouldn't easily recognize, why don't you try the Smart Collection? They have a lot. Or an Axe perfume, mixed perfumes, not the one that will make you petrol, but mix it in a very nice way, right? So all of these things are part of your self-maintenance routine. I have a video on my channel that talks about hygiene tips that you should always follow. You could go watch that to see more, but I'm just saying, your clean nails, well polished nails, those situations where you have chipped nails, where your nails are maybe you painted your nails and they started cleaning off and all of that. You can avoid that if you just stick to your routine. I know it might be hard, but let's just try. Now the second one is, remember, we're trying to always look polished, always look clean and all of that. Next one is to dress your body type. Now for a dress that is really fitted and all of that, it might best suited to somebody who is slimmer, curvier and all of that. If you have like a fupa, right, it might not come up well if you're wearing certain snuggy dresses, right? Set things that are very well tight. Even as a slim person, there's an extent to which you can wear a very tight dress, right? But it's all about your comfort. You would agree with me that there are some people who you see and you just be like, it's a no for me. Why? You might not be able to tell them, right? Because you don't want to come out as insensitive, but you just feel like, okay, maybe if you had worn like a free dress, it would have looked amazing on you. So how you dress essentially makes you either look all over the place or put together, right? Yeah, I think that's it for dressing. You want to dress for the occasion. You want to dress to fit your body shape and style, right? Yeah. Maybe a loose dress. Is it going to be a tight dress? Should I wear a shirt? Should I wear a jean? Do I want, not a situation where you're wearing a jean and a skirt, a shirt and a jacket? When you're living in a humid area, as in you're living in tropicals, not exactly a place that is cold, right? So it'll be understandable if you're dressing for the cold, but it's kind of like your dress style. It's hard to move away from what you know, but the advice would be try as much as possible to try different styles, and over time you find a style that fits you and that you are comfortable with over time, right? The more you try, the more you get more comfortable into it, right? So personally, I used to enjoy jean, and right now I don't. I like fitted jean, right? Right now I more or less like the freer kind of the dresses. So because I am on the slimmer side, I might get away with certain kind of dresses, right? I might get away with it. There are still certain dresses that I own, and I know for a fact that I don't get away. I will not get away with them if I combine them, right? This has to do with colors, type of dresses. When the down is free, the up is free, or your top is free, or your skirt is free and your top. So all those kind of things, there are no rules to fashion. However, when you dress, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself if you look good, if it's good enough. Yeah. Something else is, keep it simple. What you wear, keep it simple. Simplicity is a thing. It's such a thing. It's such an amazing thing. When in doubt, wear either white or black or a nude color. Now, if you accept you're going for an event that strictly says black, strictly does this, but when you're going to an occasion and you do not necessarily understand what to wear, you most likely wouldn't go wrong if you're putting on a black dress, a navy blue, a white clothing, and all of that. At least you will not essentially look out of place, because I want to believe that if it's an event that says wear a particular color, you would be aware. But if it's just an open event and there's no dress color and all of that, but you're just confused as to what do I wear, is your first time attending such an event, I would say stick to these colors, as they are more, because they are more conservative, you would easily blend in with the crowd. And also ask questions when in doubt. If you're going for an event, just ask questions, that way you're fine, right? So always remember that the simpler the better, right? You do not have to dress bish like everything, like you do not need to have a lot going on for you to look good, right? A simple black dress, heels, your pendant, and all of that would work. It's not a situation of you need to wear a boot, a socks, a pantyhose, a skirt on top, a short skirt on top, a fitted top inside, like a crop top, a tank top, and a jacket, and it would come out good. But sometimes, like, less is more. The simpler you're dressed, the better. When you wear all those things, then you put on a hat, carry a handbag, except you're going for an occasion where it's a dress all out, right? If you watch the AMVCAs, or you even watch any of this events, you realize that those who are dressed simpler actually catch your attention more than, like, when you see them, you see the confidence, you see everything all about them. Less, you just see that less is more, right? When you see people who go all out, you're like, okay, hit, okay, I need you to remove this, okay, I need you to, I don't know if you get the gist, right? Yeah. Another one is accessorize, guys. See, your accessories can take you from here to here. I am not an accessories person. I used to not be. I don't know if, I guess that's changing because of conscious effort I've made, right? So with accessories, earrings and all of that, I find them itchy. I find them a lot. For me, I like to keep it simple, but over time I get to understand that if I wear a dress and I put on accessories, there's a difference between when I wear a dress and I do not put it on. I may not be an accessory person, but I cannot deny that there is something there is something about wearing an accessory. I think that's it. I can't deny, like, it just elevates you. It helps with personalization. Something else you need to do is when you wear that dress, please put on a heel. It doesn't matter if it's a kitten heel. You may not like heels, but you would agree with me that heels gives you that elevation, that lift you require, that extra that was missing. It comes in. And maybe I'm a bit biased about this because I love heels. I'd rather wear heels to sneakers. I don't find sneakers comfortable. I know, I don't find them comfortable. Yeah, it's weird because who doesn't find sneakers comfortable? But I don't. Yeah, but I'm saying that even if you do not, for certain places, certain things, certain places you're going to, and for certain things you're doing, even if it's just a 1 inch or a 2 inch heel, 2 inches heel, wear it. It would lift. It gives this lift, this elegance. Even when you walk, it gives a different kind of walk, a different kind of aura, personality, grammar, all of that around you. A lift makes a difference. Some other things you want to consider is a clutch, a bag, a purse. No matter how little, right? You do not need to carry a big bag. It could be something really small. It could just be a clutch purse. But all of this, you would agree with me that all of this gives you a different look, a different feel about yourself. You do not want to wear a chain, okay, but you could wear a pearl as regards to nothing. And I know somebody said, I like pearl, okay. I understand, but it doesn't have to be expensive, and I keep reiterating this in every of my videos, right? It really doesn't have to be expensive. It could just be beads, like beads being put together, That's it. It could just be a set of beads, just round and all of that being put together, and then you're good to go. So as opposed to that sneakers, right, you could decide to put on a heel, really. It gives you that lift. I preach comfort, but I feel like, I feel like a 1 inch heel wouldn't kill you, right? For that, wherever you're going to, it will kill you. And do not forget to wear perfume, guys. No, if it's a perfume that would easily maybe the scent would easily diffuse and all of that, right? Why don't you have a spare in your bag, in your clutch, for something very little? It could be all these oil perfumes, the nice smelling ones, right? Not those ones that kind of smell like that kind of smell local, right? There are some of them that actually, Sugar Baby, I think, is a very common one that most people use. Why don't you carry that around and use it to top up while you are at an event or something? Don't make it such a thing that you're crazy about it, but yeah, don't let it rule you. Now to wrap things up, it's all in the details, guys. All in the details. Yep. Because imagine if I am on this sweet dress with my pearl, it's an armless, I'm on my heels, maybe my 3-4 inches heel, my hair is, I don't know, I'm putting on a very good hair, the makeup on point. I didn't mention that, but as much as possible try to wear makeup, right? It doesn't have to be a lot. You don't have to know how to do the professional way, right? The little you can do it. But imagine if all of that, and at the end of the day your hair is rough. It would take you from 100 to 0 real quick. And that's one of the situations where you would see people, you'll be well dressed, you'll see people, but you can't talk to them, you'll be running, right? Yeah. One thing you can do is, when your hair feels a bit rough, if you're wearing, I don't know, but if you're wearing if you're wearing your hair and it's rough, one thing you could do is, if it's not maybe an original hair or something, you want to carry a comb wherever you're going to. For people who their hair is actually okay, the only thing is that you have strands like popping out, but they're quite a lot. You could use, if you use the serum at home, when you get to your venue, you could actually use water, go into the bathroom, use water to smoothen it out. That's what I do. Yeah, so those are tips for your hair. Now imagine if all of that is all set and you are on your shoe is wearing off, like you're not wearing a dress covering your feet and the shoe you're wearing is peeling, like visibly peeling, or peeling to the fact that it's the peels are dropping on the floor and all of that. How do you think you would do it? Do you think you'll be able to walk up to people and say hi to them looking like that? I don't think so, right? So that's what I'm saying, that it's all in the details, right? So sometimes, say you just want to wing it, so imagine that dirty handbag, that dirty scarf, you want to give somebody something from your handbag, but you cannot open it in public. You have to take a few steps back or turn around to open your purse or your bag, just because it's littered with a lot of things. Maybe you took it out one time and biscuit fell into it and you didn't clean it, you didn't dust it off. Well, those are the teeny bits. Or you're wearing a shoe that the feet open, your toes are an open toe, and the polish you're wearing is worn out. You kind of have like some toes covered, some not covered. Those tiny bits of things keeps you, kind of reduces your confidence. You might not want to move around because you feel like or you're wearing a dress that you're not comfortable with the zip, right? I'm just trying to let you know all these teeny details do matter. A well-kept hair does the magic, neat, smooth, and all of that. There's also the situation of wearing a beautiful dress but it's rumpled. Guys, ladies alike, it would drag you draw you down, right? So I think these are essentially things you should pay attention to. If you're wearing a short dress, ensure that it's something that when you sit you're not naked, right? So that you don't keep trying to adjust, trying to move, right? Go ahead with a scarf or a jacket if possible. If you're driving, let it just be in your car. You're wearing a short dress, please cream your body, cream your legs, your hands, all of these places. They actually do matter. Your elbows, right? You're wearing an open dress, cream this place. So wherever will be exposed, let it be creamed so that it's shiny and all of that, and it's not white. All of these things matter. In your head, be like, it doesn't matter, but by the time you get to the location, you'll be the one looking like, I don't want to move around too much. I don't want to do this, because you know that certain parts of you don't want people to notice, so that it doesn't bring you down and all of that. Sometimes some people really do not care about all of this, but I think these are things we should all look out for, right? And yes, accidents do happen, such as ripping of zips, all of that. Accidents actually do happen, I understand, and sometimes we're in a haste, we really do not care, I understand, but I'm just saying these are things we should pay attention to. So even when you're well dressed, your nails matters, your hair matters, your mouth matters. Hope you do not have mouth odor, you do not have body odor, right? Treat these things. So I don't know, these are just some of the tips I thought to share. Finally, while it's all in the details, comfort is also part of the details. Ensure that what you're wearing is something you're comfortable with, right? If you're wearing a tube, are you comfortable? Is it fitted enough? Is it too fitted? Is it tight? All these kind of things. Why? Because if you're wearing a dress you're not comfortable, you're most likely either going to be pulling it up, or pulling the skirt down, or trying to adjust your trousers, or you're putting on a G-string and you don't feel comfortable with it. You always want to put your hand inside to draw it down. Another thing is, if you're somebody who is very well aware of your panty lines, right, you won't be comfortable if you're wearing a dress and your panty lines are showing. It means that you can't stand up, you can't move around, you can't greet people. I'm someone who is very particular about some of these things. So for someone like me, I try to take care as much as possible, and sometimes there's only so much care you can take. The lines will still show. It might not just be as obvious as it normally would, right? With some, it might not just be as obvious as maybe very thick line and all of that, but it will still be there. Would you be comfortable moving around? So you want to take care about all those things before you leave your house. If you say let's wing it, I'm late, let me just rush out, very likely that when you get to your destination, you wouldn't be comfortable enough, right? You won't be comfortable enough to mingle and mix with people. You just be there sitting, and at the end of the day, all you want to do is get home. Remember why you left your house, but now all you can think about is getting home. Like, why? I hope you have enjoyed this video as much as I've loved making it. Yeah, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about all of this. Do you think they are too much? Do you think that we're making rules so much that it's just too much for even the ladies to follow, right? Or do you think it's better to wing it, or do you think these things actually do matter? Do let me know in the comment section. I'm still your girl Chiamaka here, and you're welcome to my channel once again if this is your first time, and I'll see you in my next video. Subscribe and watch out for more. Bye guys.